It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Go that way. Really fast. Something gets in your way. Turn.
Yeah.
Let's rock this joint! Oh, yeah! You get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
Inconceivable! When someone asks you if you're a god, you say, yes!
I want you to remember this face here, okay? This is the guy behind the guy behind the guy. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
I'm kind of a big deal.
They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
How about that?
Come on! Quit stalling!
W7 Live playoff softball from Random Lake for today's regional semifinal between the Palmyra-Eagle. I knew this. How did I forget it already?
I forgot to look it up myself.
Panthers. Palmyra-Eagle Panthers and the Random Lake Rams. Gary Whipperman and Connor Du Bois live from Random Lake. We are just a couple minutes away from National Anthem and starting lineups. W7 brought to you by Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin. Random Lake coming in today, 15 wins and 3 losses. But great season for the Rams. They've won 14 of their last 15. They lost their first 2, but since then, it's been all Random Lake except for 1 loss against Michigan. And for Palmyra-Eagle, 12-11. But you know what? All that stuff kind of goes out the window right now.
It's a one-game tournament, and that one game is today. So if you're better today, you go on. If not, you hang the cleats up and head to the summertime.
Onto the field we go. You're watching W7 Live, presented by the one, the only Jolly Good Soda. Putting the pop in Wisconsin. Here we go. Softball time.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Hats and put them over your chest, your arm, for the national anthem. Lake Rams. Leading off, playing shortstop, Abby Butcher. Pitching this evening is your Jayla Harder. DP is Dakota Beerbaum. Playing at third base is MD Ebler. Playing first base is Chloe Ice. And behind the plate, number 2 position is Becca Arndt. Playing in left field, Hannah LaFever. Playing at second
A rocky
base
start to
is
say the least, but I think we're ready to go.
Stefanich. And they playing in right field, Layla Sanders. And out in center field,
W7 Live presented by Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin. I know what that is.
There we go.
I still got feedback. Let's see. Okay. I guess we're ready.
We'll give it a go.
First pitch of our regional semifinal, Random Lake and Palmyra-Eagle, is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Hit down the line at third. MD's got it. Throw to first in time. 1 up, 1 down in the first. Abler makes the play at third. I'm going to grab my stats here somewhere. First pitch hit to left. LaFever off her glove in the left field.
Down into the corner.
And on to second base. An error on Hannah LaFever as Kautsky is on second. That's Tegan Kautsky. So runner on second with 1 out. And here is Brianna Covarrubias. We're going to do our best on the pronunciations, no promises.
Well, late arrival for the Panthers here, so didn't get their lineup till
minutes
before the
catch is made, and tagging and heading to third is Kautsky. So now a runner on third with 2 outs in the top of the first. Now Molly Nettesheim. Nettesheim 556 on the year, 45 hits and 81 at-bats for Nettesheim. Runner on third with 2 outs in the top of the first. Jayla Harder on the circle. First pitch fouled off, 0-1. Jayla Harder, the Big East Player of the Year, first team all-conference and Player of the Year for Ms. Harder. I lobbied for that the last couple games of the season. I know we got good players at Michigan, but the Rams without Jayla Harder would not be the Rams this year. She has had a fantastic season, both hitting and pitching. This one hit to center. Tristan Knoll can't get it. It's going to roll to the fence. Nettesheim to second. The runner on third. Kautsky scores. Now looking for third. Throw is off the mark. And a runner at third with 1 run in. And not the start the Rams were looking for. And Connor, I would say we were tentatively a little uneasy coming into today with this Palmyra-Eagle team. It's not your typical regional semifinal where, Random Lake, of course, coming in 14-3, and you'd expect a team maybe 3-14. That's not the case today.
No, and this Palmyra-Eagle team, when they've had it going and they've got the bats going, they put up some runs even in some of their losses. They're averaging about 6.5 runs a game.
Here's Brooklyn West. West hitting .356, 26 hits in 73 at-bats. Hey, do me a favor. If you're not already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button and then ring the little bell next to it that gets you notified every time we go live. As I always say, every time a bell rings, another girls event starts on W7. Join our almost 20,000 subscribers and followers on social media. Subscribe and ring the notification bell. It's all for the girls. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And 2 outs in the first. Nettersheim on third. That one's high, 2-2. Rough start for Harder. The run is unearned on the error by Lefevre in left field. It's 1-0 with 2 outs and a runner on third. Jay ready, and here's the pitch. Swung on, hit to left, trailing foul, and it is foul. It'll stay 0-2. Reminder, or 2-2. Reminder, W7 Live presented by Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin. Go to jollygoodssoda.com, put in your zip code, and you can find the nearest Jolly Good retailer near you. No excuse not to have some orange Jolly Good Soda in your fridge this weekend. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs in the first. Jayla is ready, and here's the 2-2. Swung on, popped up foul side of first. Stefanich gave it a chase, but no can do, and we'll do it again. 2-2. Reminder, all Random Lake playoff games all the way through the state tournament on W7. But, of course, it's 1 game at a time. It's win or go home. So the Rams got to take care of business here tonight in order to play the winner of Deerfield and Kenosha St. Joe on Thursday. 2-2, that one missed, and the count is now full on Brooklyn West. West coming in .356 on the year. She has 9 walks, which is 3rd most on the team. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on, hit to short. Borchert's got it. Throw to first in time to retire the side. But a run in the first for the Panthers. Half an inning in. Palmyra-Eagle 1, Random Lake coming up. You're watching W7.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Bottom of the first. Abby Borchert to lead off. Here is. And now the starting lineup for the Random Lake Rams. Leading off at shortstop, Abby Borchert. Hitting second is the pitcher, Jayla Harder. Third, the designated player, Dakota Birnbaum. In the cleanup spot at third base is Madeline Abler. Hitting fifth at first base, Chloe Tice. Hitting sixth is the catcher, Becca Arndt. Hitting seventh in left field is Hannah Lefevre. Hitting eighth at second base Ava Stefanich. And hitting ninth in right field is Layla Sanders. Tristan Knoll is the flex and playing center field. So for Random Lake, Borchert, Harder, Bierenbaum, Abler, Tice, Arndt, Lefevre, Stefanich, Sanders, with Knoll as your flex. One up, one down in the first as Abby Borchert strikes out on a high fastball. And now Jayla Harder. One ball, no strikes on Harder with one out at the bottom of the first. Here's the 1-0 to Jay. Swing in the dirt. 1-1. Pitcher today for Palmyra-Eagle is Brooklyn West. West 3-6 on the year with an ERA of 6.96. 53 earned runs in 53 and a third. 87 hits, 64 runs total. Here's the 2-1, popped up in the infield. Kauski's got it. Tegan makes the catch. 1 up, or 2 up, 2 down in the first for Random Lake. Now Dakota Bierenbaum moved up to the number 3 spot today, the designated player. Connor, I thought that Random Lake looked really good in the field in pregame. And a couple miscues in the field and kind of a sluggish start here at the plate. See if they can snap out of it here and get something going here with 2 outs in the first. This is Dakota Bierenbaum. Dakota hitting .292 on the year. Swung on and lifted to center, going back over her head. Kowski can't make the play. Dakota digging for 2 in there. Bierenbaum reaches on an error in center. By that's actually Molly Nettesheim, I think, in center field. So 2 outs. And now Madeline Abler. Abler, one of the bright stars offensively for this Random Lake team this season. MD coming in, hitting .365. 19 hits in 52 at-bats. With 10 RBI and a chance to pick up one here in the first. Swung on in the dirt. Ball skips away, and Bierenbaum moves on to third. So Dakota now on third with 2 out. And the 0-2 upstairs, got her swinging, strike 3. The Rams go down with no runs in the first. We've played 1. Score remains. Palmyra-Eagle 1, Random Lake nothing. You're watching W7 Live, presented by Jolly Good Soda. Keep it the pop, Wisconsin.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Top of the second. 1-0 Palmyra-Eagle. Leading off for the Panthers in the second. First pitch hit to short. Borchardt's got it, throw to first in time. That was Presley Koss. 1 up, 1 down in the second. Now Sophia Lean. Lean coming in hitting .486, 22 hits in 60 at-bats. 10 runs scored and 14 RBI for Sophia. First pitch from Harder is a ball, 1-0. Jayla Harder, 13-3 on the year, 94 innings, 25 earned runs for an ERA of 1.86, 99 strikeouts and 13 walks. This one is hit foul and on a play. Harder, again, as I mentioned, the Big East Player of the Year this year. And Connor, as you know, I mean, there's some good softball in this conference. That's quite an honor for the junior Jayla Harder, and well-deserved, too. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out in the second. This is Tegan Kautsky. Actually, I'm sorry, Sophia Lean. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error for Palmyra-Eagle. No runs, no hits, and 2 errors for Random Lake. 2-1 on Lean. Harder ready, and here is the 2-1. Swung on and fouled back, 2-2. Reminder, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified every time we go live. Join our almost 20,000 followers on social media. Subscribe to our YouTube page. 2-2 pitch. This one is laced to center field. Trista Knoll on the catch for the out. Nice play by Trissy in center, and that is the second out of the second. That thing was dying fast, but Trissy chased it down and made the catch, and there are 2 outs. And now Cassidy Taylor. Taylor hitting .219. First pitch is fouled off. 14 hits and 64 at-bats. 7 RBI. And 8 stolen bases for Taylor. No balls and 1 strike. Harder ready. Swung on and missed. 0-2. With 2 outs in the second. Jay's starting to settle in now. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Harder on the rubber and ready. Off speed, just missed. 1-2. Taylor, the number 8 hitter. And swing and a miss, strike 3. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. 1.5 in, Palmyra-Eagle 1, Random Lake nothing. You're watching W7 Live, presented by Jolly Good Soda. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Palmyra-Eagle. Chloe Tice to lead off for the Rams. Tice, Arndt, and Lefevre in the second. First pitch upstairs, 1-0. 5, 6, 7 hitters, Tice, Arndt, and Lefevre. Told Chloe I want to see a bomb today. She said, Gary, I'll do my best. That's all I can do. This one's fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike on Chloe. I was giving her sister Reese a hard time in the pregame. Of course, I always pick one kid to pick on at the national anthem. Today it was Reese's turn.
Well, everybody gets their turn.
Everybody gets their turn. Chloe hitting 389, come in, leads the team in singles. 16 singles for Ms. Tice. 1-1 to Chloe, swung on and missed. 1-2. Great start for Brooklyn West on the circle for Palmyra-Eagle. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Chloe Tice. West gives it a spin, has the sign, and here is the 1-2. Swung on, lifted to center field, and caught. Kautsky on the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Maddie Kautsky making that catch at center. And now the catcher, Becca Arndt. Becca hitting 271. 13 hits in 56 at-bats. 7 walks on the year for Becca. 14 RBI. And she does have 2 home runs. First pitch strike, as well as 5 doubles, so 7 extra base hits for Becca this year, senior. By the way, the Random Lake seniors have already graduated. They graduated last Friday, so their high school career academically is over. Softball continues, and Arndt lifts it into left field for a 1-out single. Becca Arndt on base for the Rams. And now Hannah Lefevre. Hannah hitting 273. 12 hits in 44 at-bats. 11 runs scored, 8 RBI. West is ready, and first pitch is a strike. 0-1 on Hannah Banana. Hannah, another one of the seniors on this team. Honorable mention all conference this year for Hannah Banana. 0-1 with 1 out in the second. West gives it a spin, steps on the rubber, and here comes the 0-1. Upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. And 1 out in the second with Arndt on first. W7 Live presented by Jolly Good Soda. Visit them on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. They are everywhere. Check them out. Jolly Good Soda putting the pop in Wisconsin. It's a great week. It's a great week to break out the Jolly Good. We got some grape and some cream soda here today. Swing and a miss for Lefevre, and that is strike 2. Coveri says throw back to West when sailing over her head. That's about the only thing that's gone wrong for Palmyra-Eagle so far. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And 1 out and fouled. Hannah will give it another shot. Count is full. 3-2 on Lefevre with 1 out and Becca Arndt on first. Here's the payoff. Upstairs, and Hannah went after it and fouled it off. Might have been ball 4. So count remains 3-2.
Got the loop checking back in, Gary. Brad Loopke, Bonduel 16, Crandon 2.
How about that?
W7 Fowler, Haley Thompson hit her home run number 11 and 12 on the year.
Attaway, Haley. Haley, one of our buddies from Bonduel. This one is fouled off and out of play. Brad, of course, a die-hard W7, hardcore, especially during basketball season, but softball too. Good to hear from you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Got a chance to meet Brad at Hortonville earlier this year. Seen him in a couple different games. Lefevre in a battle here with Brooklyn West. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. West gives it a spin, steps on, and here comes the payoff pitch. Low, ball 4. Lefevre earns a walk, so first and second with 1 out. And now Olivia Stefanich, the hero of the regular season finale, with a 2-run walk-off homer for Random Lake. That was fun. Livy hit that down the left field line. It was gone the minute that hit her bat. You could tell.
She was down to the last strike, too, wasn't it?
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
Livy battled and won that battle. That was over Campbellsport. 3-2. Random Lake won that on a 2-run walk-off from Livy Stefanich. Livy hitting .227 with 2 homers. Hit hard down the line at third, stepping on the bag for the second out. Nice job at third by Sophia Lean, and cuts down the lead runner Arndt. So it's the out is recorded 5 on a fielder's choice. So now first and second, Lefevre on second and Stefanich on first, with 2 outs for Layla Sanders. Sanders hitting .283 on the year. First pitch to Layla, up high, 1-0. 13 hits in 46 at-bats. All 13 hits are singles. 5 walks and 3 RBI for Sanders. The number 9 hitter in the lineup today for the Rams. 1 ball, no strikes. That one's inside. 2-0 on Sanders. If she gets on, Abby Borchert is next, the leadoff hitter. 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs in the second. That one upstairs, 3-0. Throw down to first, and Stefanich just makes it back. Almost got caught snoozing down there. Nice throw by Cavarius behind the dish.
This is the second time this half inning she's throwing down there. Keeping them honest.
You got to bet Sanders will be taken here on the 3-0. She is. And it's ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Abby Borchert. Borchert hitting .345 coming into tonight. Leads the team in triples and walks and stolen bases. 19 hits and 67 at-bats for Borchert. And we're going to have a meeting at the circle. Hey, it's time to join the Buckle Up Phone Down movement. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation challenges all Wisconsin drivers to put safety first by taking the 2 most important actions to prevent or survive a crash. Use your seatbelt on every trip and put the phone down when driving. Buckle up and phone down on every trip, every time. A message from the WIAA and W7. First pitch to Borchert, up high, 1 ball and no strikes. 2 outs and the bases loaded.
Panthers going to have to buckle up right here with Borchert at the plate.
Borchert struck out her first time up.
Nowhere to put her right now.
West on the on the rubber and ready to go. That one is high. 2 balls and no strikes on Borchert. Nowhere to put Abigail. Bases loaded and 2 outs.
Better discipline this time from Abby.
Yes, she chased a couple high ones that first time. First time up. Let him go here so far. 2-0. Popped up. And caught by the pitcher to retire the side. The Rams leave them loaded in the second. We've played 2. Your score remains Palmyra-Eagle 1, Random Lake nothing. You're watching W7 Live, presented by Jolly Good Soda.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. interscholastic sports in Wisconsin. This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Yep.
Hey, when you're faced with a challenge, how you respond determines the real winners. Rural Mutual believes there's something more important than just winning or losing a game. They believe that the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. Rural Mutual is the proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award since it started in 1965. From basketball to hockey to wrestling and gymnastics, the award recognizes more than team sportsmanship. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community as well. Visit ruralmutual.com to see how your team and our team and your community can work together to be true champions. A message from the WIAA and W7, putting the education in sports. Top of the third, 1-0 Palmyra-Eagle. Rupinski to lead off in the third, and quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
Harder settled in now. She's pounding that strike zone a little more frequency, a little more velocity.
Says Ella Rupinski, 268 on the year. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the first out of the third. Well, good start for Harder. So far for Jayla, 28 pitches, 20 strikes, 2 1/3, 1 hit, 1 run. It was unearned, no walks, and 2 strikeouts.
One final today, Gary, 13-3, Freedom over Notre Dame.
Well, great season for the Tritons. This one is lifted into center field. That's a base hit. And it's a young Notre Dame team. Well, first and foremost, congratulations, Freedom, on moving on. The Irish, of course, defending state champions for a reason. And Notre Dame, I'll tell you what, they're young. They got some really great things happening this year. I think Coach Hermes and the staff are doing a great job, and we're looking forward to seeing a lot more Notre Dame softball next year. Great season, ladies. You should keep your heads up high, be proud. You had a great season, and great things to come for the squad.
My homeschool wish for them is good health next year.
Absolutely.
That kind of derailed the season a little bit this year, but that's all right.
Here's Maddie Kautsky hitting .465, 33 hits and 71 at-bats. Tell you what, Connor, this Palmyra-Eagle team's got some good hitters on this squad. 1 ball and no strikes on Maddie. This one hit up the middle, base hit, and first and second with 1 out. So the Kautsky sisters get on, Tegan and Maddie. And now first and second with 1 out. For Brianna Covarrubias.
Springs leads Manitowoc Lutheran 5-1.
First pitch, swung on and popped foul. Back behind home plate, 0-1. Covarrubias 0 for 1. Steps in. And Harder has the sign and ready. Here's the 0-1. Tried to lay off and did not. Now it's no balls and 2 strikes on the high fastball.
Stefanich wants him to throw through. She thinks they can pick her off there at second.
The Kautskys on second and first. Tegan on second, Maddie on first with 1 out. In the third, it's 1-0 Palmyra-Eagle. That one upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Random Lake left them loaded in the second. In the third, it'll be Harder, Bierenbaum, and Abler looking ahead for the Rams in the bottom of the third. 1-2, swung on and popped up. Borchert calling for it and makes the play. And that is the second out of the third. So 2 outs with runners on first and second as Covarrubias slams the bat in disgust on her way back to the dugout. Nice pitch by Harder, and now there's 2 outs. And here is Molly Nettesheim Nedesheim hitting .556. First pitch popped up on the infield, and Stefanic has it to retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and there were 2 left in the third. 2.5 in. Palmyra-Eagle 1, Random Lake nothing. You're watching WIAA Regional Softball on W7 Live. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Palmyra-Eagle. 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error for the Panthers. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 errors for Random Lake. In the third for the Rams, Jayla Harder, Dakota Bierenbaum, and Madeline Abler. Here is the Big East Player of the Year, Jayla Harder, to lead off the bottom of the third for the Rams. Harder struck out her first time up. First pitch from West, off speed. Jayla took a swing and hits it foul, 0-1. Timing a little bit off for Jayla here to start. 0-1.
I like West, though, challenging with some of that off speed. Trying to get out in front, not fully extend those hands and get behind the ball and elevate it.
Yeah. 0-1 on Jay. That one upstairs, she didn't chase that time. 1 ball, 1 strike on Harder. Both her and Borchert chased those high fastballs in the first inning, not so much on the second time through. 1-1 on Jay. Another off-speed offering is high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Reminder, following tonight's game, we will have the Jolly Good Soda Player of the Game live here on W7. Don't go anywhere. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Leadoff hitter Jayla Harder takes ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Plymouth. Palmyra-Eagle got 1 in the first. And that's been your scoring so far. 1-0 in the bottom of the third. 3 balls, 1 strike on Harder. Here it comes. Swung on, hit sharply to third. Picked up, throw in first, not in time. Harder reaches by error on Sophia Lean. And so Jayla on to lead off the third. And now Dakota Bierenbaum. Dakota 0 for 1. Becca Arndt has the Rams' only hit so far, as we're in the second time through the order with Dakota Bierenbaum and Madeline Abler coming up next. First pitch to Dakota is low, 1-0. Harder taking off for second and in there. They threw to first, and Jayla just took off for second. And so now Harder at second with nobody out in scoring position. Let's see if that changes the strategy here for Coach Lefevre as Dakota Bierenbaum at the plate. Nobody out. Rams left him loaded in the second. That one high, 2 balls and no strikes. 41 pitches for Brooklyn West, 23 strikes. 2 balls and no strikes on Bierenbaum. And that one's high, 3-0. Madeline Abler due up next. MD ready to go. West steps on, gives it a spin, and here's the 3-0. That one way high, ball 4. So on 4 pitches, Dakota Birnbaum reaches now first and second with nobody out. And here is Madeline Abler, and we're going to have a meeting at the circle. While that happens, let me let you know about this. A great opportunity exists for people who enjoyed sports as participants and would like to give back to the game that means so much to them. Becoming a high school game official gives you the opportunity to get involved, get in shape, and help teach the game to young people. Signing up is easy. To become a WIAA licensed official, go online at WIAAWI.org. That's WIAAWI.org to apply and become a WIAA licensed official. A message from W7 Productions and the WIAA, keeping the education in sports. Here is Abler. Go ahead, Connor.
No, there's big opportunity here for Random Lake. Like you said before, they left him juiced in the last half inning.
MD lays down a bunt, does her job, gets the runners over. Great bunt by Abler, and the runners move on to second and third. So sacrifice bunt for MD, now second and third with one out. And here is Becca Arndt. So far, Arndt has the Rams' sole hit in this game. That was her first at bat. Now a chance to drive in a couple. Second and third with one out. Random Lake trailing 1-0. Random Lake the 3 seed. Palmyra-Eagle the 6 seed in this Division 4 sectional. This one hit foul and out of play. 0-1 on Becca. Coach Lefevre told her to throw the hands out there. Stay off the high ones. Sorry, I did this before. I did it again. This is Chloe Tice, not Becca Arndt. I did this before, too.
That's what happens
I've
when
done
you
this
sit
a couple times.
down in the left field corner, Gary.
Yeah, this is Chloe Tice at the plate. 0-1 on Chloe. There's a swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Arndt is next. I see the 4, and I think Becca, but Becca's 14 and Chloe's 4. Chloe 0 for 1, no balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out with runners at second and third. Great opportunity for the Rams. Chloe can connect here. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is the second out. Now Becca Arndt, 2 outs and runners on second and third. And they need her here, Connor. Really need Becca to come through this time.
No time better than this time.
Becca, one of the seniors on this team, already graduated. So they had graduation last Friday. First pitch in there, strike, 0-1. West, 48 pitches, 27 strikes, 2 2/3, 1 hit, no runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. It's 0-2 on Becca Arndt. That one in the dirt. Nice block to save a run by Covarrubias. And now 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs on Becca Arndt in the bottom of the third. It's 1-1. The scoreboard says 1-2. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's upstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike on Becca. So now 2-1 on Arndt. Harder on third. Birnbaum on second. 2 outs, bottom of the third. West steps on the rubber, gives it a spin, and here is the 2-1. Swung on and hit deep to left center and caught in left field by Ella Rupinski, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Rams leave 2 more. We've played 3. Your score remains Palmyra-Eagle 1, Random Lake nothing. You're watching W7 Live.
plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Top of the fourth. 5 runners left on for the Rams in the last 2 innings. Could spell trouble down the road. They trail 1-0 to the Panthers of Palmyra-Eagle as we start the top of the fourth. Harder's first pitch is hit down the line at left and foul. No balls and 1 strike.
Couple scores from around the state. De Pere 3, West De Pere 2. Hortonville 1-0 over Appleton North. Kimberly leads 5-1 over Appleton West.
This one lifted to left. Lefevre coming in and makes the play. 1 up, 1 down in the fourth as Brooklyn West is retired.
Perfectly placed there was Lefevre out there in left field.
Hannah all over it. So 1 up, 1 down, and now Presley Koss. First pitch strike. Harder 38 pitches, 28 strikes, 3 1/3, 3 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, no walks, and 2 strikeouts for Jay. No balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Swung on and hit to second. Stefanich has it, throws to first, and the second out. 2 up, 2 down in the fourth for the Panthers. And now here is Sophia Lean. Sophia 0 for 1. Lean coming in, hitting .367 on the year. 2 outs, no one on in the fourth. Zipping right along in this one, Connor. 4th inning already.
Thanks for jinxing it.
First pitch high, 1 ball and no strikes on Sophia Lean. Next broadcast will be a doubleheader Thursday, Germantown to take on the winner of Nicolay and Wauwatosa West. This one hit to center field. Tristan Knoll coming in and makes the play. And the Panthers go down 1-2-3 in the fourth. We've played 3.5. Palmyra-Eagle 1, Random Lake 0. You're watching W7 Live.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Bottom of the fourth. Well, stranger things have happened, but Random Lake now stranded 5 batters in the last 2 innings. See if they can scratch a couple runs here out in the bottom of the fourth. Random Lake softball brought to you by Jolly Good Soda. Put in the pop. In Wisconsin, visit jollygoodsoda.com to find the nearest retailer near you. In the fourth for the Rams.
Well, Lefevre will lead things off. She's got her orange lightsaber out there, so
Lefevre, Stefanich, and Sanders, 7, 8, 9 for the Rams in the fourth. Lefevre is 0 for 0. She walked her first time up. First pitch to Hannah. In there, strike one. So no balls and one strike on Hannah Lefevre.
Laconia now up 2-1 over Palmyra. That one's still nearly going.
Wow, there's a bit of a surprise. Watch out for those Spartans. Their girls' track team made it to state this year. Headlined by who else? Tierney Madigan.
I don't think anybody else went to state, though, for Laconia this year.
No ball. I think it was a relay team that made it.
A relay?
Yeah, I think it was a relay team.
It's a relay that also probably members of the basketball team are on that as well, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Molly Dool, I'm sure, is involved there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And nobody out. In the bottom of the fourth to Hannah Lefevre. West pitching a gem here so far. Off speed, got her. Great pitch by Brooklyn West. She's been sharp, Connor. 3 1/3 for West. 1 hit, no runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts for Brooklyn West. And now here's Olivia Stefanich. 56 pitches and 32 strikes for Brooklyn West. And no runs through 3 1/3. First pitch strike to Stefanich. She's done a nice job of working the count, getting ahead early and staying ahead. It's 0-1 on Stefanich. The Ram Bats have been awfully quiet so far.
Yeah, she's still a lot of off speed, and it's had the Rams fooled a little bit.
There's a shot to left. That's a base hit. It's going to roll to the fence. Livy on the way to second with a 1-out double. Now heading for third. Dive and in there.
That might be the break they need.
So Livia all the way to third base. A double and an error, and she moves on to third. And now Layla Sanders. A fly ball will tie this game, or if it's hit to the right side of the infield.
I love that, Liv. Rub some dirt on it out there at third base. That'll stop the bleeding a little bit. Stuff some gravel in there. You're good.
Livy's a tough cookie. Well, for the third inning in a row, the Rams have a runner on third. Now Stefanich going to try to score, and in there, and we're tied. Stefanich scores on a wild pitch, and we're locked up at 1. So the Rams get their first run of the game, courtesy of a wild pitch from Brooklyn West. And now nobody on and 1 out, and a 1-1 game, and 1-0 on Layla Sanders. Way high, 2-0 on Sanders with 1 out in the fourth. Here's the 2-0, swing and a miss, 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 hits for the Rams, 1 from Stefanich in this inning, and then 1 from Becca Arntz back in the second. That's been it. Lefevre and Sanders have both reached by walk as well. Now Layla up 2-1. Swung on, popped up, and out of play. Over on the Rams dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is your first time watching W7 Productions. We are Wisconsin's leader in the promotion and live streaming of high school girls sports. Over 200 live events every year in basketball, softball, and volleyball. And the greatest parts are all free to watch, live or archived on our YouTube page. Just make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page and hit the ring the little bell to get notified every time we go live. All of our events, 100% live, 100% free, and also able to watch archived from our YouTube page. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the 4th on Layla Sanders with nobody on and a run in. Stefanich scored on a wild pitch after doubling to lead off to a 1-out double in the bottom of the 4th. One run, 3 hits, 2 errors for Palmyra-Eagle. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors for Random Lake. This one popped up, foul territory, and nobody could make the play. Connor, I think we kind of expected this. I think we kind of expected kind of a dogfight here in this game, and we're seeing exactly that so far.
100%. I mean, we talked about it, some of the X factors. You know, one team is, more than half their team has graduated. You know, not saying that they're looking on to what's next, but it's definitely a different mindset.
It is.
Your daily process has changed.
3-2, this one's fouled up. Yeah, I mean, you're out of school. You're not going to school all day and doing that routine that you do and then coming to the ballpark. I mean, you could be at the beach. You could be sleeping in. You could be goofing around, whatever it is. I mean, they're 18-year-old kids. I mean, they're routine-based. The routine is different now, and it's going to be the rest of the way for the Rams for these seniors. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out.
Sometimes that's the biggest adjustment, and you hope you can just fight your way through that on game number 1.
Popped up behind third base. Great job at shortstop by Kautsky to make the catch for the 2nd out. Tegan got on her horse and ran over and made the play, and there are 2 outs. Oh, she was quick. That is, I mean, that's some really good speed, Connor.
I thought she was coming right into our broadcast booth here.
So now 2 outs and nobody on for Abby Borchert. Borchert 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Has not reached yet. We'll see if the 3rd time's the charm for Abigail. First pitch, swung on and hit to left field. Coming in to make the play is Rupinski to retire the side. But the Rams get one back in the 4th. We've played 4, your new score. Palmyra-Eagle 1, Random Lake 1. You're watching W7 Live, presented by Jolly Good Soda.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Kind of checked out.
Top of the 5th. Leading off is Cassidy Taylor. Taylor, Rupinski, and Tegan Kautsky in the 5th. 8, 9, and 1. Tegan actually warming up next to us, and this one is a bomb to left field over the head of Lefevre. 1 hop off the fence, but a nice job by Hannah getting it in and holds Taylor to a single. So a leadoff single for Taylor. Now Ella Rupinski. Ella struck out her first time up. First pitch from Jace, bunted. Only play first. MD throws it over, and there is 1 out, and the runner moves on to second. So now Taylor on second with 1 out. And here is Tegan Kautsky, who made a great catch in foul territory for the second out back in the fourth.
Run over, get a few throws in, then grab the bat and let's go.
And then she went over and did some warm-ups for possibly coming into the pitch, and now up at the plate. Kautsky hitting .494. First pitch popped up behind second. Borchert cradles it and makes the catch. It kind of bounced out of her glove. She flipped her glove down and catch it basket style and held on to it. And that's the second out in the top of the fifth. Abby gives a smile over to Dad on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad Dad went with the 12-inch glove instead of the 11-inch because that might not have made it in.
2 outs and nobody on, and here is Maddie Kautsky. Maddie 1 for 2 with a run scored. She scored the lone run for the Panthers way back in the first. It's 1-1 in the fifth. This one hits softly to the pitcher. Harder's got it, but the throw is wild. And a run's gonna score as Taylor scores on the error by Harder on the throw to first. And it's 2-1 Palmyra-Eagle. And Maddie Kautsky moves on to second. So now a runner on second with 2 outs. And Palmyra-Eagle has retaken the lead at 2-1. And here is Brianna Covarrubias. 2 outs and nobody, or the runner on second. Big error for Random Lake, their third of the game. First pitch in there, strike. 2 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors for Palmyra-Eagle. 1 run on just 2 hits and 3 errors for Random Lake through 4.
And 3 errors have cost them the 2 runs.
They absolutely have. And there's a shot to center. Tristan Knoll on the catch to retire the side. The Panthers get 1 in the fourth. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Your new score, Palmyra-Eagle 2, Random Lake 1. You're watching Random Lake Softball on W7 Live. Bottom of the fifth, 2-1 Palmyra-Eagle. Jayla Harder to lead off the fifth for the Rams. First pitch strike. Hey, I want to give a big W7 shout out to a longtime W7 favorite. It is the one, the only, Anna Breyer from Slinger, class of 2020. Now UW Parkside women's basketball. Great to hear from you, Anna. She's actually right here in Random Lake at her sister's house checking out the game. So glad you're doing well, kiddo. I saw a couple social media posts this last week or so. Great to hear from you, and keep working hard, kiddo. 1 ball, 1 strike, and nobody out in the fifth. Random Lake trailing 2-1. Random Lake the 3 seed, Palmyra-Eagle the 6 seed. The winner of this game plays the winner of the number 2 seed Deerfield and the number 7 seed Kenosha St. Joe, and that game will be Thursday. If Deerfield wins, it'll be played at Deerfield. If Kenosha St. Joe wins, it'll be played at the winner of this game. Scheduled start time 4:30 on Thursday. It'll be on W7 if Random Lake wins. It will not be if Palmyra-Eagle wins. 3 balls, 1 strike, and nobody out in the 5th. All playoff games require rights fees from the WIAA, and we're happy to do those games, but we do ask for someone to cover the rights fees. Random Lake has generously done that. An individual from Random Lake has covered those fees for us to be able to do Random Lake softball games, which is why we're here tonight and why we'll be at Germantown on Thursday. A donor from Germantown did the same. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Harder fouls it off. Jayla 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Trying to get something going in the bottom of the 5th for the sluggish offense for this Random Lake Rams team, which has been so high-powered all year. And now when they really need it, has not been able to get started here in this game. This one's a ball 4, so Harder on by walk. So the leadoff hitter is on base for the Rams in the name of Jayla Harder. Brooklyn West, 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, 4 walks and 4 strikeouts, 75 pitches and 44 hits. So now here's Dakota Bierenbaum. Dakota 0 for 1 with a walk. Comes in today hitting .292, 7 hits in 24 official at-bats, and has scored 7 runs. First pitch in there, 0-1 on Dakota. Bottom of the 5th, 2-1. Palmyra-Eagle, they got 1 in the 1st and 1 in the 5th. Random Lake, 1 in the 4th. That's been your scoring so far. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for Palmyra-Eagle. 1 run, 2 hits, and 3 errors on Random Lake. And as Connor mentioned, those 3 errors have cost both runs. This one is popped up behind second and dropped. Harder on to second, so an error at second base from Nettesheim, and now first and second with nobody out.
The door's open again.
Well, here's MD. Abler is 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
I'm thinking she's bunting again.
She sacrificed bunt her last time up. First and second, no one out. We'll see if they square her up to bunt. They'll let her swing away. First one ripped foul back behind the cage. 0-1.
I'm thinking she missed a sign.
And I think Coach Lefevre heading down to do a reset and make sure they're on the same page.
At the rate Coach Lefevre's walking down there.
Abler hitting .365, 19 hits in 52 at-bats. And that one missed. 1-1. Both runners taken off. Harder is safe at third.
Wow.
So second and third on a double steal with nobody out.
Sliding to the outside corner of the bag was Harder on that. Making Lean go all the way to the backside on the tag. Just getting in there.
So second and third, nobody out. Big opportunity for Madeline Abler. Swung on, hit foul down the line at third.
Coach has got to stay down on that.
Yeah, you popped up on that, Coach. You got to stay down, man. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I was going to pick up a rock like it was the Rock's fault.
Yeah, it was the rock that made all that happen.
Yeah.
Let's blame the rock. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and nobody out on Abler. Big at bat for MD. Swung on and popped foul out of play. I asked her mom if she thought that Madeline was nervous. She's like, I don't think so. She said she would admit it to me, but probably nobody else if she was. But she thought she was ready to go today. And we'll see if MD can come through here. Second and third, nobody out in the fifth. It's 2-1 Palmyra-Eagle, but another chance for the Rams to get some runs. Swing and a miss on a high fastball, and that is strike 3 for the first out. Now Chloe Tice. Chloe 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Tice coming in hitting .389, 21 hits in 54 at-bats, including 15 runs scored and 21 RBI for Tice. Here's a chance to pick up a couple more in the fifth. First pitch swung on and popped up in the infield, and it's going to be caught by Kautsky. And a wild throw after the catch, and a run scores. Why would you do that?
I'm not sure even Coach Lefevre was paying attention. He looked up, and all of a sudden, Harder was running home, and he kind of had no idea what was going on. And heads up by Jayla Harder, though.
West went over to cover behind the plate, and so I think Kautsky just tried to throw it home, and it went wide, and Harder scores, and we're tied at 2. So now 2 outs with a runner at third. And this one pounded to left and gone! Becca Arndt, the senior, comes through with a 2-run bomb in the fifth, and it's 4-2 Rams. The senior, in the clutch moment, comes through big time for the Rams and gives Random Lake their first lead of the game at 4-2. Connor, you called it right away. There was little doubt on that one. Nice job by Rupinski at left. Gave it a hard look, reached her arm over the fence, but it was beyond where she could reach. And it was a 2-run homer.
That one's into the bushes back there up against the property line.
And the Rams take their first lead. And so the error by Kautsky doesn't really do much damage because it would have been a 3-run homer instead.
Yeah, I mean, it just cost Becca an RBI.
Right, right. So 2 outs, and it's 4-2 Random Lake in the fifth. Lefevre fouls it off. Connor, you and I have said this many, many, many times. You can never underestimate the value of a senior on her potentially last game of her career.
Well, you look at this stage in the game and where it's at, potentially her last at-bat, right?
Right. What a time to come through. Moved out, she slid down to the number 6 spot in the lineup today and comes through with a 2-run bomb to make it 4-2 in the fifth. Hannah Lefevre at the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes, swung on, back to the circle. West, wild throw to first, and now heading for second is Lefevre on a wild throw, and it's unraveling for Palmyra-Eagle here in the fifth. And now you're giving the Rams extra outs, which you do not want to do. And here is Olivia Stefanich.
And how, as we know, she can
Livy's got
push
some
it
pop
to the fence as well.
Livy's got some pop in that bat. Rams now looking for some insurance runs here in the fifth. They lead 4-2 in the bottom of the fifth.
Just going back to Becca, though, right? She slides down in the lineup 6 today. You can sulk about it, or, you can look at it. I don't know how she's looking at it, but you can take the approach of, hey, listen, 4 or 5 get on, and there I am to drive them in. And that's what she's done here in this half of the inning.
Yeah, well, knowing her as we do, Connor, she's not one to sulk. I mean, she probably just got mad about it, just to be honest with you.
And took it out on the
softball on Brooklyn West.
Poor to the Dudley softball.
1 ball, 1 strike. Lefevre moves on to third on the first pitch. It was in the dirt. Liv chased it, but it got away from the catcher, and now Lefevre is at third with 2 outs. So a base hit makes it 5-2. Another big run for Random Lake, waiting if they can capitalize here in the bottom of the 5th. Hammered to left and deep and gone! Stefanic with a 2-run bomb. And it's 6-2 Rams. We said it, Connor, don't give them extra outs. And that's exactly what happened. They had the 3rd out on the throw to first. But West's throw went wild to Taylor. That got Lefevre on, and now Olivia Stefanic drives her home with a 2-run homer, and it's 6-2 Random Lake.
Couple home run buddies there in the dugout. Loving life right now.
Hey, milk has been building champions for centuries. Why? Research shows that real milk builds pregame muscle, and low-fat chocolate milk restores postgame muscle for athletes like few other beverages. That's why pro players know they're going to need milk to fuel their performance. Learn their inspiring stories at gonna-needmilk.com. Brought to you by W7 and the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin. 6-2 Rams.
This one's been flipped on its head here this half of the inning.
Layla Sanders chases a high fastball, 0-1.
Can you blame her? I mean, she just
she wanted her turn. She wants to join the home run buddies in the dugout.
Right? This is pretty cool, you know?
5 runs in the 5th for the Rams. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And it's 6-2. Random Lake 6 runs on 4 hits and 3 errors. 2 of those hits were bombs from Becca Arndt and Olivia Stefanic. No balls, 2 strikes. That one upstairs, 1-2. Reminder, the Jolly Good Soda player of the game coming up at the conclusion of this game.
Body language out on the field has just really
flipped. It really has.
For the Panthers.
Swing and just tipped foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Layla Sanders. In the 6th for Palmyra-Eagle will be Nettisheim, West, and Koss. So 4, 5, 6 in the 6th for the Panthers. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Layla Sanders in the 5th. Swung on, back to the circle. West flips to first, and that retires the side. 5 big runs for the Rams in the 5th. Your new score, Random Lake 6, Palmyra-Eagle 2. You're watching Ram Softball on W7 Live.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
(6-2) Random Lake in the top of the 6th. We're just talking a whole change of energy on the field. The Rams have come to life. And now it's the Panthers' turn to see if they can crawl back into this thing. They trail 6-2 in the top of the 6th.
You just had a feeling, though, right? It was a moment of time. The Rams, they stranded a lot of runners through the first 3-4 innings, and matter of time.
Hammered to center, extra bases. Nope, she's going to stay at first. Netashine with a leadoff single in the 6th. That one rolled to the fence, and Netashine at first.
There's a start if you're the Panthers, though.
And now the pitcher, Brooklyn West. First pitch misses 1-0.
Right, but 4, 5, 6, you're going to have to get production out of the bottom half of your lineup, just like the Rams have been able to here in their half of the 5th.
You got to get a couple back here in the 6th inning if you're Palmyra-Eagle. This one popped foul down the line and left. Lefevre gives chase, but it's out of reach. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors for Random Lake. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 4 errors for Palmyra-Eagle. Random Lake 1 in the 4th and 5 in the 5th. Palmyra-Eagle 1 in the 1st and 1 in the 5th. It's 6-2 in the top of the 6th. Nobody out and a runner at first. Palmyra-Eagle by no means out of this game. By no means. They can climb right back into this thing very quickly here in the 6th inning. Swung on, base hit up the middle. Netashine moves to second. So now the tying run on deck for the Panthers. First and second, nobody out in the 6th. Don't want to relax if you're Random Lake here. Just the opposite.
I mean, you talked about it, right? You want to get at least a couple back here so that you get the leadoff runner aboard in the 7th. Now the tying run or go-ahead run is in the box.
And you want to be aggressive. You want to be aggressive, but you want to be careful also not to get doubled off here. Koss looking to bunt. He offered strike 1, 0-1 on Presley Koss. She's 0 for 2 and hitting .246 coming into the year, 16 hits and 65 at bats, including 6 doubles and 2 triples. One ball, 1 strike. Runners on first and second. Nobody out in the 6th. 6-2 Random Lake. There's the bunt. Throw to first. Over her head. 1 run in. Runner rounding third. She's going to score. Another run in. Abler throws it over the head of Chloe Tice. And it's 6-4. And just like that, the dynamics of this game change again. Madeline Abler fielded it cleanly.
We didn't see.
And the ball goes over the head of Chloe Tice at first base. And now it's 6-4, and the tying run at the plate in the name of Sophia Lean. Lean 0 for 2. She's hitting .367 on the year, 22 hits and 60 at-bats, including 3 doubles. Reached for that one, swung and fouled, and now 0-2 on Lean. There are still no outs here in the 6th, and it's 6-4. Connor, the errors in this game, whoever loses is going to look back on the defense and say, that's what cost us today.
Both ways.
4 errors on both squads today. And you can do that in the regular season. You cannot do that in the playoffs, at least not for long, and expect to advance.
Well, I mean, you look at both these squads. They've run up the runs on some lesser opponents, and like you said, you can get away with that.
Popped up, Abler calling for it, and makes the catch for the first out in the 6th.
But in a game like this is when those really, really shine.
Now Cassidy Taylor. Taylor is 1 for 2 with a run scored. She also struck out, coming in hitting .219, 14 hits in 64 at-bats. She is the tying run in the 6th. First pitch down the line at third. That's a fair ball. And now first and third as Koss moves on to third on a single from Cassidy Taylor. And now a fly ball will score another run for Palmyra-Eagle here in the 6th. And here's Ella Rupinski. Rupinski is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a sacrifice. She's the number 9 hitter.
I mean, you trust your infield here, but
There's a bunt down the line. Harder throws, gets the out, coming home to score, and in there, safe. Now the runner going for third, and in there. Connor, great call by the umpires on both plays. Fantastic work by both umpires. Got in great position and made exactly the right call.
100%, and you know, I mean, it kind of beat me to it, but what I was going to say was you trust your infield. It's a senior infield, but I think you might want to be all on the same page there on what you want to do. You know, I mean, you had...
And now the tying run at third with 2 outs for Tegan Kautsky.
You got the runner, but you really had the runner at third hung up.
You did.
And a chance to run her back. You know, been an opportunity to talk it over. What do we do?
Tegan 1 for 3. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. And Connor, to your point, I think, you know, we've seen that this inning, the Rams have not really been on the same page defensively here in this 6th inning. And it's now 6-5 with a runner at third.
One swing of a bat changes this one.
This one hit to short. Borchert's got it. Throw to first. In time to retire the side. And they strand the runner at third. 3 runs for the Panthers in the 6th. We played 5.5. Your new score, Random Lake 6. Palmyra-Eagle 5. You're watching W7 Live.
Sportsmanship doesn't stop when the game ends. It's part of the community you live in. Respect, character, dignity. Your community, your team. We're a proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award and have been since it began. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how our team and your community can work together to be true champions.
Bottom of the 6th, 6-5. Random Lake. For the Rams, 6 runs, 4 hits, 4 errors. For Palmyra-Eagle, 5 runs, 7 hits, and 4 errors. Random Lake, 1 in the 4th and 5 in the 5th. Palmyra-Eagle, 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 5th, and 3 in the 6th. For the Rams...
Should be top of the order, I believe.
In the 6th, it'll be the top of the order. Borchert, Harder, and Bierenbaum. In the 6th, here's Abby Borchert, 0 for 3 for Borchert. All that means is she's due.
Well, you talk about the Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award. Rams could use an insurance run or 2 of the game.
First pitch hammered to center and deep and gone! Abby Borchert with a bomb to center. And it's 7-5 Random Lake. Right on cue, Connor. You've done that probably 4 times this year.
Got to pick your spots just like Abby did there. You don't want to hit a home run in the first. Hit one when it matters the most.
And it's 7-5, another clutch hit from a Random Lake senior.
When you get down to it, when we talked about it, you're looking at your last at-bat potentially at home because you're going to go on the road now the rest of the year. Make it count.
Abby hit that to the deepest part of the park in center field, as deep as you can get, and gone, and well gone, too. And now it's 7-5, and it's going to be a new pitcher for Palmyra-Eagle.
I got somebody out there fishing in the creek for that softball.
Tegan Kautsky will be the new pitcher for Palmyra-Eagle. Tegan 4-4, 44 2/3 innings, 65 hits, 59 runs, 51 of them earned for a 7.99 ERA, 34 walks and 47 strikeouts, with a whip of 2.22 for Kowski. Done all my WIAA reads. We're in compliance. The WIAA, which is always a good place for us to be.
In compliance. We've checked that box here for tonight so far.
Now it's up to Jayla Harder as we're into the bottom of the sixth. It's 7-5 Random Lake. First pitch to Harder is in there for a strike, 0-1. 7-5 Rams in the bottom of the sixth. This one popped up, chasing, and could not make the catch is Kovarius, and it's going to be a new life for Jayla Harder. Connor, same thing we talked about. Extra outs for this Random Lake offense is not the way you want to go if you're Palmyra-Eagle here, especially when you're talking about the Big East Player of the Year.
Most definitely. I mean, all these kids can rake, too.
Yes. Swung on. Jay's just been off on her timing in this one. That one, she was ahead of that one on the off speed. It's no balls and 2 strikes on Jayla. Harder 0 for 2 with a walk. That one is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jayla coming into tonight leads the team in runs, hits, doubles, home runs, total bases, RBI, average, slugging, and OPS.
Is that why she was the conference player of the year?
I guess. Swung on and hit down the line at left and twisting foul. And it's 1-2 on Jayla Harder. Harder hitting .554, 31 hits and 56 at bats. She's scored 29 runs and has 26 RBI. Here's the 1-2. Upstairs, 2-2 to Harder. Random Lake in a dogfight with the Panthers of Palmyra-Eagle. Random Lake the 3 seed, Palmyra-Eagle the 6 seed. This one is fouled off, but Connor, we talked about at the opening. This is a tough sectional that the Rams are in. A win tonight means they hit the road, assuming Deerfield takes care of Kenosha St. Joe. They play Deerfield Thursday. If you don't know where Deerfield is, it's between Marshall and Madison on the south side of 94. Swing and a miss, and Harder is down on strikes for the second time today, and that is the first out of the 6th.
You know, I mean, tough strike out there, but if I'm Harder, I'm okay with that. Same thing with Coach Lefevre. Give her a chance to go sit down, relax,
yes,
and rest up for a big 7th.
Yes.
I don't want her out on the bases running around. Just, they got a fan in there. Go sit down next to the fan and get ready to strike some kids out in the 7th.
Looking ahead to the 7th for Palmyra-Eagle, it'll be Maddie Kautsky, Kovarabias, and Molly Nedesheim, 2, 3, and 4 hitters. And they're combined 3 for 9 with 1 run scored and 1 RBI. They need 2 runs. They trail 7-5. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Abby Borchert led off the inning with a solo blast. That one upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes and 1 out. On Trista Knoll. So Knoll hitting now for the designated player, Bierenbaum. Trissy takes ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out on Knoll. Nobody on and 1 out in the 6th. And she looks at ball 3, so the count now full on Trista. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Payoff pitch. Takes strike 3, and that's the 2nd out. So now 2 outs and nobody on. And here is Madeline Abler. MD 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts on a sacrifice. First pitch ball, 1-0. That one missed, 2-0. Brooklyn West goes 5 innings, 5 hits, 7 runs. One of them earned, only one of 7 runs earned, 4 walks and 5 strikeouts. Story of the day, there's only been a total of 2 earned runs in this game out of 12. This one hit down the line at right and base hit. Abler round second, looking for third, rounding third, and scores an inside the park home run for Madeline Abler. And it's 8-5. MD comes through with an inside the park homer. And it's now a 3-run lead for the Rams. And here's Chloe Tice. Well, MD hit it right down the line in right field. Koss made a break for it, couldn't get it, and it rolled past her all the way to the wall, and with MD's speed, she was able to motor around the bases and score, and now it's 8-5.
She was not stopping it. I don't think Coach Lefevre had any plans of stopping her.
No, he was waving her from second base. Keep going. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, or 2 balls and 1 strike on Chloe Tice. So that 1-run lead is back to 3. And now a strike, 2-2. And here is the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that retires the side. 2 runs for the Rams in the 6th. Last chance for the Panthers. Random Lake 8. Palmyra-Eagle 5 as we head to the 7th. You're watching W7 Live.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Top of the 7th. In the 7th, Maddie Kautsky, Brianna Kovarabias, and Molly Nettisheim, 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Panthers. They trail 8-5 as Jayla Harder back on the circle for the 7th. First pitch, swung on, pop foul out of play. Reminder, stick around. The Jolly Good Soda player of the game coming up next. 0-1.
Couple of choices from the
Kautsky.
Rams.
And now 1 ball, 1 strike. Harder, 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs. Only 1 of them earned. No walks and 2 strikeouts. 69 pitches and 51 strikes. She's been very efficient. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. On Maddie Kautsky. Kautsky coming in, hitting .465. Swung on, pop foul out of play. 33 hits and 71 at bats, 35 runs scored, and 20 RBI. with an OPS of 1.173. That one is low, and now the count full to Kautsky. The last thing the Rams want is to put runners on here in the 7th. 3-1 pitch is ball 4, and they do just that as Matty Kautsky draws a walk to lead off the 7th. That puts the tying run on deck, but right now it is Brianna Covarrubias hitting .441 coming into today. She is 0 for 3. That's code for she's due. First pitch, strike. Runner on first, nobody out in the 7th.
Now that was the same thing for
Abby Borchard was the same thing in the bottom of the 6th, and she hit a home run. You're just tempting fate again, Connor. You're calling out these.
I'm just saying, you said the same thing.
But when I say it doesn't actually happen. When you say it, it happens. 1 ball, 1 strike, and nobody out. Hot shot to center field, base hit. It skips past Knoll, and a runner moves to third, and now Covarrubias moves to second. Second and third, nobody out in the 7th. And here's where, and this is not a second guess or a backseat driver, but our Monday morning quarterback. But this is where having one pitcher, you're kind of all in with Jayla. I mean, there's no change of pace. I mean, it's all on Jayla here to make this happen. And first pitch, not that she hasn't pitched beautifully, she has, but sometimes you'd like a change of pace to see if you can retire the side here, but no such luxury for the Rams in this one. First pitch, ball, 1-0 to Nettersheim, and there's a base hit into right field. 1 run in, coming around third, and will score is Covarrubias, and it's now 8-7. And still nobody out and a runner on first, and the go-ahead run coming to the plate is Brooklyn West.
Well, so now those 2 home runs loom very large in the bottom of the 6th for Random Lake. I think the important thing here is if you can get the lead runner, you want to, but make sure you get an out no matter what.
First pitch, hit to second, skips past Stefanic, everybody's safe. First and second, still nobody out. And now you feel like the wheels are falling off for Random Lake. It just skipped past Stefanic's glove, and now the go-ahead run is at first base. And Random Lake, which just missed going to state last year on a 6-5 loss to Iola Scandinavia in the sectional finals, is in danger in their opening game of this year's postseason in the regional semifinals. And I like this, Connor. Get together. Let's make sure we're all rowing the same direction here. The Rams still ahead. It's 8-7 with runners on first and second, nobody out. This game can change again here on if we can get the first runner retired, and this one's fouled, and it's 0-2 trying to bunt her over.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is you have to recognize that the runner at second, while yes, that's the tying run, you still have an at-bat to basically nullify
manufacture a run, right?
The most important one is the runner at first and then the one in the box. Those are the 2 you need to take care of.
This one hit back to the circle. Going to try to get the lead runner at third, and got her! And so the first out is retired in the 7th. Nice play by Harder, throwing to MD at third. And Nettersheim is retired at third on a fielder's choice, so it's 1-5 on the fielder's choice. And now first and second with 1 out for Sophia Lean. First pitch hit down the line at first. Everybody's safe and the bases are loaded with 1 out. That doesn't necessarily hurt you, Connor. I mean, I almost feel like it's neutral at worst because now you can go anywhere with the out. You have 1 out. If it hit in front of the plate, you step on the plate, and that's your second out. If it's hit to home, you throw it home and step on the plate for Becca Arndt. That's an out. But if it's hit in the air in the outfield, that runner is going to score from third. And here is Cassidy Taylor. First pitch to Harder. Misses 1-0. Taylor is 2 for 3 with a run scored. 2 singles for Cassidy. That one hit behind the screen foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Palmyra-Eagle fans on the edge of their seats here in the 7th. It's 8-7 Random Lake, bases loaded and 1 out in a W7 Instant Classic.
Just Palmyra-Eagle or Random Lake as well?
I think both sides probably. This one popped in the air to shallow center. It's going to drop.
Got to force at second.
1 run is in. They're going to get the force at second. But a run scores, and we're tied with 2 outs and runners on first and third. Borchert went over, stepped on the bag at second, and called for the ball, and Noel flipped it to her for the second out. Good job by Abby just being aware of getting that force out at second base. So now 2 outs with runners at first and third, and it's 8-8. And here is Ella Rapinski. Rapinski is the number 9 hitter, 0 for 1 with an RBI. We're going to have a courtesy runner or pinch runner. Parker Butler will be the pinch runner. So Butler at first. The one that matters is at third. That's Presley Koss. First and third.
I would love the timeout here, and you got to talk about runner going to second. What are you doing? Because I think you try to get in a pickle if you're Palmyra-Eagle. You're the underdog. You're on the road.
Absolutely,
you got to manufacture something.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. If you're Palmyra-Eagle, you send Butler to see if they can get her in a pickle from second and third. And in the meantime, you send Koss home to give you the go-ahead run. Let's see if they do just that. 1 ball, no strikes. Squares up offers, 1-1. There are 2 outs. It's 1 ball, 1 strike on Ella Rapinski. First and third, it's 8-8 in the 7th.
And the Rams have thrown the ball around a little bit too, so you got to get something going.
And a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Harder steps back on. Gets the sign and ready for the 1-2. As Rapinski steps in. Here we go. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and popped foul down the line at first. I'm surprised Parker Butler has not taken off for second base.
Well, especially with Harder ahead and count 1-2, you're not going to see a great pitch, right?
Right, exactly.
She's going to be nibbling corner, some off speed, whatever. And you take a force out away.
Right.
See if Random Lake throws it down. If they do, great. Whatever.
1-2 missed high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And if she takes off, you know what? I fake that throw to second and see if I can get Koss etching too far at third and see if I can backdoor her.
Great.
Swung on and pop foul. I'm going to let her have second because I'm not going to give up that 9th run. I'm shocked that Butler hasn't taken off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. First and third for Ella Rapinski. Go-ahead runner at third for Palmyra-Eagle. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And down go the Panthers in the 7th. But they get 3 runs back. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Your new score, Palmyra-Eagle 8, Random Lake 8. You're watching W7 Live. Hit high, hard, deep, and do I dare say it? Do I say it? Peace out! That's how you do it. Marissa Pease. Peace out indeed.
I'm Marissa Pease. W7 is for the girls. Peace out.
Bottom of the 7th, 8-8, Random Lake and Palmyra-Eagle. This game has lived up to billing. Now a chance for the Rams to win it in the 8th. Leading off in the 8th will be Becca Arndt. She hit a home run her last time up. Arndt, Lefevre, and Stefanich, 6, 7, 8 hitters for the Rams, and that's where we've had some production today. 4 hits and 4 RBIs out of the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Swung on, pop foul. One swing of the bat can end this one. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is a regional semifinal. Winner goes on to play the winner of Deerfield and Kenosha St. Joe. And that game will be played Thursday. Swing and foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and nobody out.
Becca's trying to load the bus to Deerfield right there with those swings.
She is.
Let's just get on and go.
Becca's like, let's get this thing over with.
I got nothing going. I don't got school tomorrow.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Way high, 2-2 on Arndt. 8 runs, 11 hits, and 4 errors for Palmyra-Eagle. 8 runs, 6 hits, and 5 errors for Random Lake. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one is in the dirt. 3-2 on Arndt. Arndt, Lefevre, and Stefanich in the 7th. And then Layla Sanders, the 9-hitter. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Upstairs, ball 4, and the winning run is on base. And here is Hannah Lefevre. Hannah 0 for 2 with a run scored and a walk. Runner at first, nobody out. First pitch, high, 1 ball and no strikes on Hannah Banana. Lefevre hitting 273, and that ball gets away, and Arndt's going to move on to second. So now the winning run in scoring position with nobody out in the 7th. And now if you're Palmyra-Eagle, you got to keep everything in the infield. And that one is a strike, 2-1 on Hannah Lefevre. Reminder, Jolly Good Soda Player of the Game coming up. 2 balls, 1 strike, and nobody out. Swing and fouled off. There you see we're split screen with the Diamond on the left and the Random Lake dugout on the right. They're anxious to burst out onto this field.
Live and die with them in the dugout.
Yep, that's right. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Lefevre. Swung on. That's a base hit down the line at right. Art trying for home. Ball game. Random Lake wins it 9-8 on an RBI single from Hannah Lefevre. And the Rams are moving on. 9-8 Rams in a W7 instant classic. Great hit by Hannah Lefevre And Becca Arndt never slowed down, coming around third to score the game-winning run. Final score, Random Lake 9, Palmyra-Eagle 8. And Connor, you got to tip your hat to the Panthers of Palmyra-Eagle. Came up just a bit short, but played their guts out today.
They gave it everything they could and then some.
Who do we got for seniors on this Palmyra-Eagle team?
Seniors, Molly Nettesheim and Nevaeh Stuffin.
You've been watching W7 Live. We'll be back with our Jolly Good Soda player of the game.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Alrighty, 3.
W7 Live, we are here with our Jolly Good Soda player of the game. It is Becca Arndt from Random Lake. Becca, nice game.
Thank you so much.
You know, it seemed like you guys a little flat coming out tonight, maybe. I thought in pregame, I mean, you guys looked sharp, but it just seemed like the timing was a bit off offensively. I mean, what happened those first kind of few innings getting into this game?
I feel like we usually start off really slow. Like, even in regular season, we start off pretty, like, slow, and then we gradually get our way into it. So I think that's kind of what happened tonight. We just got to keep working on getting there quicker, getting to that point quicker.
You know, it's one of these games where, you know, we're at the time of the year now. You don't have to win pretty, right? I mean, you just got to win and keep going. What coach talked to you guys about after the game?
He said he was proud of us, and we started off slow, and we got to get our bats rolling a little bit faster. But other than that, he said it was a decent game.
It seemed like the energy of the game and really the momentum changed on your home run in the 5th inning, and that's one of the reasons, 2 for 3 today with a home run. But talk about that, what you saw on that pitch and what happened on that swing.
Well, I won't lie, like, as soon as their coach called 901, I was like, that's going to be something down the middle or like somewhere in the zone. Like, that was their first pitch that they called right off the bat for everyone. So I was like, okay, this is going to be now or never, so you might as well hit it. So I just kind of hope for the best right there and just kind of cranked her.
In the top of the 7th, when they put in a courtesy runner at first base, I thought maybe they'd try one of two things. I thought maybe they'd try to send the runner to second, or try and get you guys get her in a pickle between first and second so the runner from third could score. Were you surprised there was no action taken at first base when that happened in the 7th? And if so, how would you have handled it if something had happened there?
Honestly, yes and no. Like, I don't think they wanted to risk anything. I mean, they had nothing to lose, but then again, you want to be smart as your base runners. And if there were something to happen, if they were going, I probably would have just faked through or something. Hopefully,
I called it.
Hopefully, would have got the third to come maybe, or trust my first base, second, and short for the pickle. So.
You get on base in the 7th. You get to second on a wild throw. Is that Hannah Banana over there? Come on over here.
She's searching for 4-leaf clovers.
Hannah, come here.
Come here.
And so you get to second, and there's two. You know, it's do or die. Hannah gets the hit. What's in your mind as that happens? And then as you're coming around third, what'd you see?
I knew it was a line drive, and all I thought about was I saw it come off the bat, so I look at Mike, and he's like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm pretty slow, you sure you want me to do that? And so I just kind of gave her, you know what, and hope for the best. Knew I had to slide no matter what, so just kind of got down there, and we were safe.
9-8, you guys, when you move on to play Thursday, awaiting the winner of Kenosha St. Joe and Deerfield, I would assume you'd rather play at home again one more game, but if not, it's down to Deerfield Thursday. What do you guys take out of this game to get ready for the next one, do you think?
Start our bats faster and just play solid defense. That's really what we have to do, just keep playing solid defense. I think we've had solid defense throughout the entire year. The beginning of the year, like the first couple games were a little slow because you were getting back in the groove of things, working with some new people. But other than that, I think we just got to keep playing solid defense and get our bats going a little faster.
Becca Arndt is our Jolly Good Soda player of the game tonight in Random Lake's 9-8 regional semifinal win over Palmyra-Eagle. The Rams move on to play Thursday. That game's going to be on W7, whether it's here at Random Lake or it's at Deerfield. Yours truly on the call Thursday night. Also, Germantown will play the winner of Nicolay and Wauwatosa West. Ed Rowie and Connor Du Bois on the call for that one Thursday. So until then, for Becca Arndt and the Random Lake Rams, I'm Gary Whipperman, and for Connor Du Bois and Dave Beasley, you've been watching W7 Live, presented by Jolly Good Soda. Rams get the win, 9-8. We'll see you Thursday. And remember, everything we do, always, always, always for the girls. See you Thursday.
Can we say it?
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
She after it was like the last strikeout of the inning.
All right. So we got one more quick announcement for y'all. Here it is.
It's Taylor's 100 strikeout. We love you, Taylor.
The Big East Player of the Year gets her 100th strikeout. We'll see you Thursday at Deerfield or right back here at Random Lake. Till then, always, always, always for the girls.
For the girls.
For the girls.